Hello, my name is Kandace Parks, and for my leadership profile, I chose J.B. Allen, who is a physician's assistant in rural Nevada. I want to be a PA when I grow up, and I learned a lot from this man's story. There were many other professionals I could have chosen, but JB's story really touched my heart. First, I will start with some background information on him. While in school in Toro University in Las Vegas, JB accepted an internship at Eureka Medical Clinic in Northern Nevada. During his internship, JB worked alongside a physician's assistant who was part of the National Health Service Corps and witnessed firsthand the integral role he played in the community as the only healthcare provider in the area. When JB graduated, he turned down other offers in Las Vegas and headed back to Eureka after hearing that the physician's assistant who he had worked with was retiring. JB knew the community needed access to quality healthcare services and that he had a civic responsibility to fulfill that need. He also joined the National Health Service Corps. Next, I will discuss the principle of informed engagement. This is also called community engagement. Community engagement refers to the process by which community benefit organizations and individuals build ongoing permanent relationships for the purpose of applying a collective vision for the benefit of a community. Informed engagement primarily deals with the practice of moving communities towards change, usually from a stalled or otherwise similarly suspended position. Depending on the situation in which you are working, engagement can cover consultation, extension, communication, education, public participation, or working in a partnership. I believe that JB exhibits community engagement because he is able to spend time developing relationships with each person he treats. A traveling doctor does visit the clinic for only 4 days each month before moving on to other rural clinics across the state. Therefore, JB and his staff of volunteers play a critical role in providing the only access the community has to important health services and treatment. As the only, as he says, as the only clinician in more than 90 miles in any direction, the Eureka Medical Clinic is truly a primary healthcare home for the entire community, providing students providing patients to specialists only when absolutely necessary due to the extensive travel involved. He also further explains that this means the other providers and I have the opportunity to wear many hats in order to help the patients. Rural Nevada has truly created a strong sense of community for JB and his patients. The principle of informed engagement has provided personal balance in Mr. Allen's life. In addition to being a physician's assistant, JB volunteers as a youth soccer coach and spends time helping others through his church and a local scout troop. JB notes that the best part of his job and community service is the gratitude he receives from others. Being a part of the NHSC has encouraged JB to make an impact in the community in ways he never thought possible. As you can see, he is not just building relationships in the workplace, he is engaging within the community of rural Nevada in order to change it to a better state. I think that is very important. People do not only look at him as Mr. Allen, the physician's assistant. They look at him as a mentor, coach, and someone they can trust. JB's personal values are displayed through his practice of informed engagement. JB stresses the importance of preventative medicine to his patients as the ability to see a specialist is greatly limited. For example, JB provides health screenings regularly at one of the only schools in Eureka. And when a patient was newly diagnosed with diabetes, JB spent time with her explaining the importance of managing her disease. This resulted in her making important lifestyle changes to better her health and manage her disease. Integrity and ethical leadership are also shown in his practice of community engagement. JB serves as the community's emergency healthcare provider with the help of a team of volunteers. When an employee at the state fair suffered second-degree burns in an accident, she was rushed to JB for care. He provided immediate care and pain management that otherwise would have required more than 2 hours to travel to the closest emergency room. Some rewards are far greater than monetary, says JB. Serving in rural Nevada has allowed me to be innovative and creative, but also fulfill a huge need not only in the community but within myself. My experience in the Corps has been truly humbling. Until you serve in a medically underserved area, you can't truly appreciate how grateful people are to simply have access to quality healthcare services, he explains. The friends and thank yous make the job worth it. And that's all I have for my leadership profile. I hope you were as touched as I was by this man's story.